Time has come for us now.
Fantasies.
Introducing Seppa, aka Essi.
Yeah, so we asked Bjork to do our radio tag, and she agreed because she's just like such a big fan of what we do here.
I get it.
Yeah, she really loves our mission, and she's a fan of Seppa as well. So anyway, this is Bop Fantasies' first live in the studio episode. So exciting. It's me, Miles, and Maverick. Me is Antonia. And we're here with Seppa, a.k.a. Essi.
Hey.
Hey. And we're going to do a follow-up on our first episode. If you didn't tune in last month, was about accessibility on music platforms, not only in the radio sense, but also streaming platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud, and internet music, and how we create different music on different platforms and how we create different communities on different platforms. So maybe looking at what questions we have to ask you. Before that, I kind of just want you to maybe give a short introduction of yourself in front of all of these Girl and Boy Scouts who have gathered around the kiosk this Sunday morning. It's Sunday in Belgium. It's Boy Scout Day. It's Scouts Day. Boys and girls. And they, thems.
I'm Seppa, aka Essi, like you mentioned. That's my DJ name, not my real name. What about me? I live in Brussels. I launched a web radio a couple of years ago. I guess that's why I'm here.
That would be correct.
And I got to know these people like in the recent months, and I loved it. And she invited me, and that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how we even got to know each other, but it might have been through Croak, which is another collective where you were playing.
So,
or
yeah,
before.
Or
it was at Wuppertal.
It's the Wuppertal night. Yeah.
The montage party.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just going out. That's how we met. Yeah.
Okay, so if you meet people in real life by going out, tell us about what you do online, not in the flesh. Tell us about microwave. And the first question would be, Maverick, take it away.
Yeah, simply, what inspired you to create microwave? Tell us the story.
It's not such a long story, I guess. I was living in Ghent while I was studying there. I had a good friend of mine who was a developer. I did graphic design, and I had always loved the music community, the underground scene, music in general. I went out a lot, and one night I was just like, I want to have a project. Like, I want to do something in the scene, and we did like a brainstorm. We chilled, we hung out, we smoked a joint, and then we were like, what can we do to like have something low key that's always there? And we thought of a platform where people could upload themselves and something would be playing 24/7 together with a visual, and we started working on it. But then it quickly grew into like what's better known as a web radio. A lot of people got involved, like DJ-wise, and people who uploaded visuals, and then more people in the team got involved, and we grew kind of like a community, and that's how it grew, like kind of organically. But the whole idea was just that people could share something, whatever they had, like visuals, music, and
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe you were like, because I guess in this group, like I'm like a big digital media nerd, kind of. You know, like I was wondering if you were also like interested in how technology can.
Yeah, I'm more of like a YouTube person. I learn everything through YouTube.
Oh, nice.
So like Photoshop, Illustrator, but I'm not such a huge tech nerd. I don't know a lot about like how we stream, how the server works and stuff. I'm not such a tech nerd.
Okay.
I don't really like that side at all about the thing. It just has to work, and that's it.
Interesting, but so I guess like tech is the wrong word for what you nerd about then, because if you're on YouTube and you're a YouTube nerd, like that still means that you're a media nerd.
Yeah.
And your platform, Microwave, is very much like this is a multimedia platform.
True.
And so what like started your love for music And also visuals, like why did you want to create a platform? Like what were your feelings behind it?
What were my feelings? I felt that
like what prompted you?
Well, you talked about inclusivity and like accessibility and that's what I thought of as well. Damn, the kids are all looking at us.
Damn, the kids are wondering what are they talking about, but they won't know because I turned the terrace volume down. They don't know this language anyway.
I guess it was all about accessibility and having a platform for artists to share something. Like being a graphic designer, there wasn't any platform around where you could also just send in visuals or animated stuff. And I think always the combination with music, it just works well. Like you had those lo-fi hip-hop streams where you just have a stupid visual and you can't stop looking at it because it's just combined with the music. It's something that works. And I guess it's just that fun combination. And yeah, the thing with music, it kind of grew naturally. Like I had one friend who went clubbing once and he told me like, yeah, it's awesome, you should go and do it. And then
you should try this cool thing that I did. It's called drugs.
And I think it was a night in Antwerp at Ampere where Tale of Us played. And that was my first thing. And then went down the rabbit hole and then went to giggling and the other stuff, and that's how I got into electronic music. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, are you from Antwerp? Where are you from?
No, I'm from Grimbergen, next to Brussels.
Okay.
Lots of people are from Grimbergen in Brussels.
Okay.
Yeah, so we talked a bit about your past. What triggered white microwave, and maybe in your past life, what, like I heard that you're interested in graphic design, maybe you studied it, so what is your training in a sense? It can be also a spiritual training for yourself, but what inspired you to go to this path? Did graphic design led to microwave?
Yeah, it did.
And also social psychological training. If you had any major life events or minor life events that might have made you think that, I would like to do this like to serve any kind of community in a way. Like, did you have an idea?
I guess there is some kind of part because I went to in high school, it was like a college, like a quite classic school, high level of teaching, and all the students were going to like Leuven to do very I don't know what to call it, like high degree university studies in which they can earn a lot of money. And me, amongst some other people, were like interested in other stuff, and we moved to Ghent instead of Leuven or Antwerp, which was also like kind of a alternative move. I guess it was just always about being alternative, doing something different, and having other interests than just academic stuff. So that's why, I went to go study something creative, something that was not academic and not like money focused. And that's how I got there and met some creative friends. And I guess being around creative people motivates you to be more creative and to discover new stuff, also not just design related, but also music related. Like it expands to other interests as well. And that's, and then when I launched Microwave, I was looking for people to share music, to share stuff. And then I met a lot of people, and that's how it kind of grew.
So there is a social aspect to
very
Microwave.
social,
It's a community.
Yeah. And I had to force it. Like in the beginning, I made lighters because everyone smokes, and I shared them. And I went to people, just gave it to them. So I had to force myself being social. And now I'm a very social person, but before I wasn't. And that's because of Microwave, I guess. I had to force myself to go up to the DJ, to go ask him like, hey, I have a web radio, do you want to share some music? It helped me a lot as a person to have that project and to be social and yeah.
Why would you start a social project if you're an introvert?
Maybe it didn't start as a social project. It was just like, we have this online radio station and you can upload, and I don't have anything to
you
do.
don't have to even talk to them. You don't have to see them.
And then it was like reality, and I did have to go and see people and talk to them and connect with the community. So
yeah, we can definitely relate to that. I mean, like, originally this was supposed to just be a podcast in an outsider format. We'd never have to like talk to people.
And now we're here on a
and now we're
fucking
here.
Sunday.
Yeah, all in this tiny cramped space together, and it's definitely helping me develop my social skills.
Yeah,
so
like
thanks
you
for
don't
that.
have any space at all here.
You feel like you don't have strong social skills. I feel like you do.
I feel like my social skills get better by the day when I practice them.
Yeah, you just have to practice.
Right.
You just have to go out there.
Okay. Oh, the scouts have come up to us and are asking us questions about.
If
They
we're
want to be part of
speaking
this
French.
podcast. Sorry, he speaks French, but we don't. Aw. I know you guys want to be interviewed, but they won't. They won't get to. All right. So the next question that we have. What are some stories of moments in your life where you made a friend through music? Did you ever connect with someone over an artist or at a concert? So moments that you were kind of hinting at already. Damn, they're throwing snowballs at the kiosk. Like, damn, it snowed last night. Please.
I met some. Yeah, of course, I met a lot of people at parties, but I don't really like to talk about music a lot or about design in general. I feel like it comes off kind of flexing always to talk about music. For me, it feels a bit weird to be like, I know that artist, or oh, you like that one as well. Like I don't really care about it. It's quite weird. So I haven't made any friends connecting over an artist, I guess. I just made a lot of friends at parties and having fun with people, and that's how I made my friends. Yeah, I don't know how it is for you, if you can relate or like...
Well, actually, that's kind of interesting. I feel like growing up in the US, it's an entirely different way of making friends. Like, you don't have access to a casual club culture at a young age. Also, that goes with the drinking age. Like, where you party and where you hang out is an entirely different space. It's inside. It's normally smoking weed in someone's basement. And it's never going to be... And weed is not always a social drug.
No.
No, sometimes it makes you so anxious you need to go home, and then your mom has to pick you up,
You're
and then you
like,
have to pretend to not be high, and then you're like, fuck. And yeah, then years pass and you move to Europe and you see that everybody's going to the club and then going to these after parties and talking to each other, and you're like, oh damn, like now I really have to learn these social skills. But don't worry, like I'm practicing.
I think you're kind of there, yeah.
But so, yeah, my experience was really different in that way, and it's interesting because our first episode was about, and also Microwave is kind of a way to look at how music creates friendships online. And it's not like people are able to connect and make friends on Spotify, a bit on SoundCloud, and I don't know what you would say about Microwave, if there is any kind of like relationship building function through it, or if you want to say anything about the social function of Microwave.
Yeah. I guess it still feels a lot like a community, especially through our Instagram and people connecting, but we did like 20 events. And that's where people could connect and meet each other. And now with the studio coming up, I guess we'll talk about it later. But it feels like the people still relate to each other. Like, you're also a Microwave resident, or you meet them at parties, at other stuff, and they know who you are through Instagram and stuff, so they will come up and talk to you. And I guess that's for a lot of people in our community. So there's still a feeling of community without having that physical space. I think it's just harder. And we really need a physical space to be able to connect more, but it's still possible. I think through Instagram, everybody checks out each other's Instagram account or whatever account.
So how do you feel from going from digital to physical? Like, what have been the growing pains? What's been the process there? And like, how did you even come to get to this stage?
Yeah, I feel kind of stressed out, to be honest, about it.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it was a necessary step to take. To move to a physical space. So there's like so for everybody who doesn't know Microwave, we found a physical space which will be in Jam Hotel here in Brussels. They via we got to know that they were looking for a web radio for a specific room, like a very specific request. And then we applied and we got it, and we did a crowdfunding to be able to pay the CDJs and stuff, obviously. And now we're doing the studio, and it's gonna be it's gonna be quite the change, I think, for us as a community. It's not gonna be a space like this here at Kiosk where people can sit and chill, but we're gonna have the studio where people can come and record and have a little chat, but it's not gonna be this like space. But it's gonna change a lot for us, I think, to meet those residents, to meet those people, and giving that space to people to be able to record sets, and it's gonna be.
So everything's been online so far. Like when you call out to people to upload submissions to Microwave, it's entirely online.
Yeah, it's entirely online, and that's what people didn't understand in the beginning. We always get messages as well, like, where's your radio? How can I come on the radio? And it's just, there's like an upload form, and it's purely online. But we felt that it was kind of getting hard to connect to your community through just online. And it was the necessary step to take. So I'm really looking forward, but kind of stressed out, like, how are we gonna do this? Once you have this physical space, people don't want to go and upload online, I guess, because they see the physical space. They're like, oh, you have a nice studio, can I come and record there?
And you might feel a pressure for there to be a camera as well, because if they're already coming, then they want to make the most of it.
For sure. So it's gonna be like, who are you gonna put there? Because in the beginning we're gonna stream like once or twice a week. And how do you make a difference? Like, you can upload online or you can come to the studio. It's gonna be quite a weird balance to find in the beginning, I think. It stresses me out.
So I wanted to ask, who did you make Microwave for? Like, what was your intended target audience? Not only with the people uploading, but the people listening.
Okay. For the people uploading, so it's young artists looking for a first platform, an accessible platform, because I guess even for Kiosk, for example, you have to send an email, you have to know someone, you have to have been here, you have to have talked to someone, and creating a platform for young artists where they can just upload without having to ask anybody. That was our main audience as artist-wise. And listeners, people wanting to discover, like even promoters, if they want to look for new upcoming artists, people they didn't see here yet or at an event or whatever. Discoverers, I think. And people just hanging out in our community.
Okay, nice.
Watch him down! Watch out! On the movie stars, let you the bill. Remember when we used to roll heads?
Saying ain't from up, no down. Gain off from my dollar to pound. Laying one up for you right now. I'll send a kite if I could. Watch the switch like it's all good. Money stacking up like you should. I'll murk anybody for you. I'll kill anybody for you. Remember days ain't had no money. Now for a cool GT running. I'll do anything for your honey. I'll do anything for a shine. Like I said, down calling the scene. Lean said for my family. Dog you rude, boss on me. Dog you chop up right on me. Know you'll murder the whole scene. Just to see a smile on me. These hoes to act fraud. And niggas still act like bras. I ain't even gotta see your car. I'ma write it in the song. Putting one in the head. Got me drawing flies on the grave. Rocks in my diamonds. No matter cause your last days. Saying game from up, no down. Gain off from my dollar to pound. Laying one up for you right now. I'll send a kite if I could. Watch the switch like it's all good. Money stacking up like it should. I'll murk anybody for you. I'll kill anybody for you. Remember days ain't had no money. Now for a cool GT running. I'll do anything for your honey. I'll do anything for a shine.
New developments in the war.
Well, the other big story we're watching for
Square block. We saw both ends of the spectrum.
We just saw everything. And this fire that's burning. Well, these fires, we've got, how many buildings have we got?
1, 2, 3. One's already gone. 3 are going. 4, they've gone.
More radios, like more.
Both downloaded so many James Ferraro tracks. Yeah, I also. Yeah. I mean, that's very insane. I didn't even plan that. The first one. Yeah, it's the gray one. It's the grainy one. You know, they were in Ecuador for 5 years, and they got a dog in Ecuador, and then they just flew back with it. Yeah, now they live here. So they had to bring the dog. Yes, bro. Parents are there to feed them. Well, yeah, of course. Been on, like, many vacations with them. Since 2020. Yeah, we know each other from uni. No, I studied in Mustang with Joe. Yes. Damn, all right. It's on at all times. It's on at all times. You just have to talk really close to the mic.
All right, yeah, like I guess I'm curious if you have like any critiques about other music platforms. I guess, you know, like the previous episode that we just did, was kind of going in on Spotify and talking about how great SoundCloud is. I mean, do you also?
I agree.
Have a
Yeah, I agree.
that you for SoundCloud is great.
Yeah, I agree that SoundCloud is. I think a lot of people agree. I love SoundCloud. I don't hate Spotify. I just hate the people behind it and the whole enterprise. But I think the platform works great as a platform. It's fucked up.
Interesting. Like, so you wish you could just like cut the heads off of the.
Yeah. Just fuck them and redistribute all the money, and I think then it would be a nice platform.
That actually would be a lot nicer, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's still a nice platform to discover new artists. Like, I discovered plenty of artists through Spotify.
Yeah.
But it's just, the way it works and the way it distributes their money, it's fucked up. SoundCloud is great.
Yeah.
I love Bandcamp as well, but I have a hard time the way it works. Because if you want to check out an artist and then you come on like the whole label and you can't check out what the artist did, and sometimes I get lost in Bandcamp.
So to be honest, I mean, that's another question I have, because I mean, looking at Microwave, like, I'm thinking about the structure. Like, you thought a lot about how the person moves through it. And
we thought a bit about it, but I think Microwave is also just a passion project. It's not like kind of my job. We all just work, and that's why it evolves so slowly, I guess, because we're all working people, and it's just a project we do on the side. So you have to find the time to be able to maintain it, to just do the radio, to upload the sets on SoundCloud, but then also to develop the platform. And we developed the platform in like a really short time. Michiel, who's the developer, is a really skilled developer, so he did it really quickly, and it really works. And
it was just magic. You just asked for it.
Yeah, just magic. The day after, he was like, "Yeah, it's done. It's here." And I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, we keep working on it, and we want to improve it. But it's just we don't have the funds, we don't have the time to improve it. But yeah, there's so much you can do on a platform. You want to do like a weekly selection or like playlists, or like you can add so much stuff, and we thought a lot about it, but it's just you need the time to implement it, to design the page, to go and develop it, to give it content. Like, how do you provide page with the content if you don't have the time to write an article, for example? Go for it.
How do you feel about the fact that you have to get funding at every moment, and if you don't have funding, then you do it in your personal time? Like, who are the people who you do Microwave with, and what do they do in their daytimes that differs from Microwave? And, how does it make you feel to spend all that extra time?
It's annoying.
Is it worth it?
It takes up such a big chunk of time. But I do it. I started it with Michiel, who's a developer, but he doesn't really care about the music, so he's not into the daily work. And then Wolf joined the team, a good friend of mine. He helped with the residents. Remy joined the team as well, and then now Louise and Vera are also in the team. So we're like a small team of 5, but we all work. Wolf is touring with Cirque du Soleil, so he's now in Vienna. He can't work on the project for now, and he was in Mexico for like the last couple of months. Vera and Louise works for Reset. Vera works for -1 in Ghent. And Remy is an engineer, and he has a big job, and he has no time. Like, he's kind of stressed out. So we kind of got funds recently, like European subsidies. The EU. So it's the EU, and we're not gonna pay anyone with it, or it's not like now we have funds so I can drop a day of work. Like, no, we keep having our work, and the funds just go straight back into the project. It's just we're really happy to have those funds, because you have those fixed costs like Sabam and the platform and the server. So we kind of lost a lot of money with it up until now, which is kind of annoying. So we're just happy to have like a more how do you say it, like durable, I don't know, long-term
sustainable plan.
Yeah, sustainable
of some sort.
We're getting there, like having it sustainable and paying for itself, and it's just I don't like to write subsidy
grant proposals are a pain in the ass.
And nobody likes it.
No, nobody likes to do it, and you have to do it for any artistic
it takes
project.
up such a chunk of time, but you need it, I guess. And I guess we're working towards a more sustainable thing, looking for sponsors. It's annoying.
Yeah. That's crazy though. Just like comparing it to the American experience, where it's like they don't even offer subsidies for this kind of thing. And I'm always like, wow, in Europe we're so lucky to be able even to apply to something where they would even care for a web radio.
So they're all independent in the US? Or
yes,
what
yes.
do you mean?
They are pretty much all independent. And if there is any like arts funding from the government, it's few and far between.
Okay, that's crazy. Because, for example, we're not going to have a bar like Kiosk does, or we're not going to be able to do a lot of merch because we don't have the time and we're not going to be open all the time. So, like, how do you get your money? How do you keep going and how do you want to go and pay someone if you don't have money from anywhere? Like,
so what drives you to keep going then?
I think just motivation, fun. It's still fun. It's still just so fun to have a project like this and being able to meet people, and that's what keeps us all going. I think if it's about the money, then you should stop your project because...
Why are you doing it?
Yeah, why are you doing it?
Why not go into investment banking at that point, like if it's about the money? Because there's no money in arts, that's for sure.
I get it. Yeah, it has to be about the money in some way, I guess. If no.
Not trying to be like the Mark Zuckerberg of
I know.
platforms. And
Sadly enough, no. I don't want to be the Spotify of the music industry.
Okay, that's good, yeah. Matt, did you want to ask something? Yeah.
Okay, so money is a big thing that block you in the project. It's a big thing, but if money wouldn't exist, what would be the utopia you would try to get to with this project?
We thought about it recently, and I think we're working towards a location where we can have our own bar, maybe serve some food and have the studio in the back, and also places where people can just go and record or practice, and like I guess like a community space where people can meet each other and where there's more space to create and to explore and to I guess that would be the dream. Serve some nice food.
Ooh, food. Food's a great way to... I love food too. Wow, it's crazy how we both love food. I mean, do you feel like there is potential for relationship building or community building, like you're mentioning, in other spaces already that exist, whether they be club spaces, physical spaces, or digital spaces? Do you think that like you could model microwave after something that already exists, or is it entirely new and different, or a mix of both?
Yeah, I think everything exists, so it will always
that's
be.
For sure.
Yeah, there's places like Kiosk, like Gimmick, where you can already meet each other, and plenty of clubs here. But
is there a purely digital space where you feel like a community is able to foster?
That's a good question. I think maybe Reddit.
I haven't really used Reddit for musical purposes, but there might really be something there for it.
It's
I'm
crazy.
only on Reddit to actually ask the meaning of the full moon. Like that's how I knew what to do like last week when it was full moon in Leo. Anyway.
I used to go on Reddit hip hop heads all the time to like see what's...
I haven't seen that one, but I guess there's like a big community. I'm not on Reddit for music either, but I guess there's like there must be a big community, right?
I mean, Reddit hip hop heads. I mean, it's in the title. It's like heads about
the true ones, the real ones.
All right. If you want to cue up the track,
I'll check. Maybe I'll put a logo on.
Yeah, fuck it.
My bag is
You have actually 1 minute and 20 seconds. Use your bag, use your
next one is also background friendly.
Perfect. We're on.
Okay, we're back, I guess.
Hey.
I'm hoping this is like in a appropriate distance, because like maybe we've been talking very loud to the mic, but okay. All right, I hope I'm not too loud right now. But I feel like another just simple question, maybe for you, Seppa, is like it's something we kind of explored in our previous episode, which is just like, how do you listen to music usually? Like how do you listen to things?
Yeah, first of all, I listen to a lot of music and just listening music at home, and we have a CDs player that my
oh yeah, because you tried to bring a CD.
Yeah, I wanted to bring CDs, but with the 3000s, you don't have the CD reader.
Do you feel like I've heard people like CDs are like vinyl now?
Yeah, it's so nice because you can find them cheap, like almost everywhere. It's like €2, €3, and you have like a whole album, and you can find nice compilations. So that's how I listen.
Do you even appreciate the CD quality? Like
it's lossless or like almost lossless, I think. So it's the quality is really nice, and just in general, we listen to a lot of CDs at home. One of our Technics broke, and it needs to be repaired, but so in the living room we just have the CDs player, so it's always CDs and compilations and just random stuff. Yeah. And then apart from that, SoundCloud, discovering new music there, Discogs, checking new music. But if I want to listen, I listen to CDs.
Okay. And even like, because I mean, something about America, like cars are like obviously very important to us, and like listening to music in cars is like very
yeah. I drive a lot as well, and then
so you're kind of American.
Yeah, I'm kind of American, but I drive an electric car, so that's not really American, right?
My mom's just got an electric car in the U.S. and it doesn't have a CD player like it used to. Yeah, we had a CD player in the car that I used to drive in high school, and that was the only way I listened to music. And we only had 2 CDs, and it was Adele's 19 album, her debut album. It's actually very emotional, and Sade's top 40 hits. So that's what I grew up with. But I guess I wanted to follow up with what Miles was asking and ask you, like, if there's a difference in how you listen when you're digging for DJ purposes or for listener purposes, and how different streaming platforms play different roles in that.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I guess if I'm digging, I'm sitting at my computer, checking Discogs, checking other people's sets, discovering new music and checking those, and it's really on my laptop and really active with 1,000 tabs open on my computer. And then when just listening, it's in my car. I put on a mix or like a playlist, and it's mostly SoundCloud, I think. But when I'm discovering music, I think it's YouTube or Bandcamp, but I'm not gonna listen to music on Bandcamp. That feels kind of weird to me if I just want to listen to music. So yeah, there's a big difference. I think when digging, you go to a record store. Yeah, that's what I do as well. You go to a record store and dig there, like physically or on your computer, but it's just like you check out a couple of tracks in clicks. Like it goes really fast, and you lose a bit the appreciation to listen to like a whole album or to like the complete collection of an artist when you're digging, because you're like going through it so fast you can't hear like the small nuances in tracks and the small details. And I think listening through a CD and an album makes for a nicer listening experience. Yeah, I don't know about you.
So here you're saying that your preference format to listen to is like CDs and albums, so fixed media, long formats.
Yeah, or vinyl.
And you choose with microwave to set the preferences to DJ sets and DJ set with videos. And I was like asking myself, why that?
I guess it's just because people chose that format. It's not us telling people that that's the format. Like, you can send us a playlist and we can play that, or you can send us a song and we'll also put it in the playlist. I guess it's up to the people, but it's just easier. I think it's more accessible for people to record something at home, a set, and then send it our way. Yeah, it's a lot of DJ sets, a lot of electronic music, but that's comes from itself. I think every radio has that problem where it's too much electronic music focused. It's just because people want to play in clubs, they want to show what they can, and it's kind of like a natural thing to have that going. But we really, I think in the future, we want to focus on doing workshops around radio, how you build a radio show, how you talk over your show, how you provide some more info that's interesting for the listeners to listen to, and really try to work on that. And I think it will serve for a better listening experience, because
this is very meta right now. you want to do a workshop about, I mean, because this is like our first time in the studio, like doing this. Okay, but you would like to do this? Like,
yeah, we're planning on doing this and inviting everyone to come over and have an experienced radio maker like Lefto, for example, telling people how to do a radio show, how to look for new music, how to make it interesting and talk over it. And right now I don't listen to radios a lot because it's too much electronic music for me. So I guess up until the point that people don't do real radio shows, I'm not gonna listen a lot to the radio. It feels like right now it's too much club focused. So I want to try to shift it away from like more club music, and then I will listen to a lot more radio shows.
So yeah, would you say that for you, I kind of hear that in what you say, that DJ sets are club music only, and you don't listen to DJ sets at home? For yourself,
not really.
As a format.
Not for myself. No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'll check out what DJs played. Like for example, on SoundCloud, I check out my favorite DJs, what they played and stuff, but I'll go through it like this. I won't listen to it in like a whole, because if it's a club recording, I don't feel like it does it justice to listen to it at home, sitting at my PC without people around me or without like a proper sound setup, light setup. It doesn't do it justice, and I feel like club music needs to be played in clubs. And for me,
get the fuck out of this radio.
sorry, maybe it's a bit harsh, but I don't want to be harsh. I've played club music here before as well, so I'm a hypocrite for saying it.
But there's a time and a place, and it's it's overdone. An experience, maybe.
Yeah.
I
think the art of doing proper radio shows is a bit lost, or it has never been there. Like these web radios have come and people haven't really learned how to do a radio show. So what do? They play club music, and you can't blame them.
Do you think that changes the listener base as well, if a radio is mainly electronic or club oriented?
Yeah.
And what are you looking for in terms of your listener base, but in a wider sense, with accessibility? I mean, that sounds like it's a huge hallmark of microwave. And so how are you trying to incorporate that the best? What about your practice and microwave makes for something that's more accessible than the average? Oh, speaking of a club track.
Yes,
Garrett?
we do. Yeah,
you don't like
nice.
Garrett? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we're working towards it because we're lacking time, and we don't have the time.
How does that factor into it?
Like, we don't have the time to develop it into the project that we want it to be. We don't have the time. We were all busy people, and I would love to be doing that, but currently we don't have the time, and I won't be lying to you if you ask me, like, what are you doing to do it? Like, right now we're not doing anything.
We're doing nothing. That's the answer.
That's the answer, really. Yeah.
Do you think that it's difficult to juggle, like, developing an audio platform as well as focusing on all of these other, like, philosophical traits that you want to incorporate in it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's any other platform that might do it in a good way that we see already? Or is it just a losing game?
I can't really come up with... Yeah, I don't know if you have examples. Like,
I mean, the first thing I thought about was Nina Protocol.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
I mean, I think what they're doing, technology and music, is good for music.
Yeah.
Not,
especially for the independent labels, it's important to do it that way. But I don't feel like it's sustainable at this point either. Nina Protocol.
Oh no, yeah. Why?
Like where? Yeah. I think they themselves have to figure out how to be sustainable towards artists, but also towards themselves, so they can develop their project and keep existing. And I don't think they're at that point yet, because it's kind of for us, for like the community, the music community. It's clear that Nina Protocol is a nice platform, but they don't have the money or the capacities to get it out there and to get it launched. So yeah, it's a really nice project, but I think it needs.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs development.
Okay, maybe last question.
Yeah.
I guess fuck, marry, kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How does it go?
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. This is super fast, so you have to do like on instinct. Fuck, marry, kill. Discogs, Bandcamp, and SoundCloud.
Kill Bandcamp.
Damn.
Yeah. Marry SoundCloud, and then fuck Discogs.
All right. Thank you so much. This was Seppa, aka Essi. Thank you for coming in the studio with us today.
Thank you, the three of you. It was so sweet. Thank you.
Second episode of Fantasies. Ending on this